if you don't really know why you're there, the odds of making it through are going to be really tough when things start getting hard. All right, so another 5 miles in the book, so we're up to 20 miles now. Get to the running part in a minute. Let's talk a little bit about chapter 4. So this one is called Taking Souls. Very Sun Tzu type of a chapter, where it's about knowing yourself, your strengths and weaknesses, knowing your enemy and their strengths and weaknesses. But a couple of points that came out. For me, for him, obviously, it's about, because this is all about going through SEAL training, and it's about taking the soul of his instructors, and so he equates it to being like in a marathon race, and you got the person that's right there with you, and if you can just outlast them for a little bit, you in his words, take their soul, and then you can actually slow down because they have mentally given up as long as you're mentally tougher. So this idea of taking souls is a little bit, and really mostly, about mental toughness. Now for me, I kind of just compete with myself. I set personal goals just like this. It's a distance challenge for me, just trying to do something that'll stretch me and make me do something. On the course, I'm not so much into worrying about what everybody else is doing, but in business and in life, having that mental edge is very important. But a couple of things that he did say in this chapter and in the podcast versions and portions, there was one section where it was talking about how easy it is to quit when things start to turn against you. And he says, if you don't really know why you're there, the odds of making it through are going to be really tough when things start getting hard. And so that's very, very Simon Sinek of him to say it's important to know your why. But I'm wholeheartedly agree with that. It's if you really don't have a solid why, if you really don't know the purpose, if you don't know why you are in the game that you're in, the first sign of trouble, you're just going to say, this really isn't worth it. But if you know your why and you make your why big enough, the how doesn't matter. And what holds most of us back is we focus on how. And so we get all hung up. I've got this great idea and I'm going to procrastinate and delay because I just don't know how I'm going to make this happen. I don't know how I'm going to make this happen. Well, the how, again, it doesn't matter. You have to suspend the requirement of knowing how. Focus on that why, and then just start moving confidently in the direction, and the path will reveal itself. Martin Luther King Jr., he said that you don't have to see the whole staircase. You just see that first step, and you take that first step, and the next step will appear, and then you progress. And so, but it's so important to know why and to know your purpose. So that was a good one. Now, the second thing that I took from this that was said, I believe this really was in the podcast portion, was that if you're in a struggle, and let's say that you're leading a team, and the team is in the midst of a struggle, and times are really hard, if you focus solely on you, man, the bugs are really getting big out here. If you focus solely on you, you're just not going to make it, because what you have to focus on is the team and focus on others. And so if you can make this about others and not just about you, you'll find that good things will come. That was Zig Ziglar's philosophy of life. You can have anything in this world you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. And so if you and your team are in the midst of a struggle, just try not to focus on your personal part of that struggle. Focus on the team, help others, and then you'll find that, man, the benefits of helping others to you are just immense. And don't feel guilty that there's some benefit that comes back, because you can go with confidence knowing that you're doing good by them and doing the right thing and following. And again, this is assuming this is all in line with your why and your purpose. So that's why I started with that. So a couple of good things out of that chapter. Now, as for the run, we hit mile 20 on this one. I'm really starting to feel it a little bit now in the legs. But there's less than a half a marathon to go, so this is pretty good. I'm getting there. As you can see, I'm using artificial light now, so the sun is almost completely set. So that one, I did get to see a nice sunset over the subdivision and over the neighborhood here. So that was pretty nice, lots of good color. But legs are still feeling relatively good. Some discomfort, I would call it, and it's not as hot, so it didn't didn't quite lose as much oomph in that one. So, but I'm definitely feeling it and slowing up a bit. So I think and again, I'm not real fast. So I think my best half marathon time was about 1:51. The next little half marathon that I've got left here to go is probably going to be more like a 2:30 or 2:45. So it's gonna take some time, and I'm going to break in between just like this and talk to you guys. So I'm really happy that we're doing this because these breaks are super nice. I get to talk to you and eat, so this has been good. But anyway, that's chapter 4, and also how the run is going. I'm going to get a bite to eat, change my shirt, and I'm going to hit the road one more time. So talk to you soon for chapter 5.